Hi, welcome everyone to another episode of Let's Talk Special Economic Zones. I'm your host, Ainsley Brown. I am the Senior Director with responsibility for regulations, policy monitoring, and enforcement at the Jamaica Special Economic Zone Authority. I know my title is a bit of a mouthful. In today's episode, I would like to cover a particular business model of postponement. Because I think that is one of the true values of special economic zones around the world, um, whether in Jamaica or elsewhere. Um, Special economic zones, of course, are special designated areas within a country, whether you call them free zones, free trade zones, foreign trade zones, industrial parks, enterprise zones, etc. It's in a sense the same thing. They have the same basic look and feel of having special incentives associated with a special designation of a specific space, and special trade laws that apply to it. Now, when it comes to postponement in essence is in many ways it's the word gives itself away. It's postponed. It's paused, and that is to say, goods are brought into the zone. They're brought into the zone duty free. That's a typical fiscal incentive that's associated with special economic zones. That is the postponement of duties, and the duties, or the goods, I should say, and the duties associated with the goods are brought into a zone. As long as they remain in the zone, they remain there duty free. That, particularly in this time of COVID-19, is a particularly attractive business model in the sense of impacting cash flow. So special economic zones, an occupant or a single entity, whatever the configuration is, can bring in goods and have them stored. So either the company itself is storing its own goods, or it's offering a service. So postponement as a service to other entities. And as a logistics company, third party logistics provider or fourth party logistics provider, and then when the next decision is made, meaning either you're going to export it so it leaves the country, when it gets to the other side, to the destination country, duties may apply depending on what they charge duties on. Or if it goes into the domestic economy, in our case in Jamaica, from a zone into Jamaica, then duties would apply at that point. So the goods could be stored for months in a zone duty free, while you figure out what your next move is. Now, this is a good or could be a good business model for several entities that are involved in certain types of goods, and the zones could target them, not just in Jamaica but regionally in the Caribbean, for such types of postponement as a service, and that's a very good, I believe, business model for people to enter into. Whether or not, so there's benefits on both sides. There is the service provider, of course, that they would be the one that would have the business model, postponement business model, but also the recipient of the service, providing that service to them could be of great benefit to them because it will impact cash flow. So yes, they know that the goods are imported, and rather than having to wait several weeks for a particular item to come from, say China or Japan, or even the United States or Canada or UK or Europe, or even as far away as Australia, which would take weeks to get here sailing. you could, you know that, you know, the zone down the road has it. So whereas you would be waiting, you know, say 6 to 8 weeks, you know, it's maybe 6 to 8 hours or less. It just has to clear customs, and the duties paid, and so forth, and it could be with you. So that would impact how you plan for business, how you handle certain things, because you now no longer have to wait those 6 to 8 weeks to get the order in. You can get it from the zone, which is down the road, in essence. So for those that wish to explore that model, I would urge you to contact your zone authorities, in particular Jamaica, of course. Would love to see more investment in Jamaica. You know, people will be happy to assist you in terms of explaining what it means and how you potentially could invest in something like that. Or if you are an existing client, if you want to pivot, that's one of the new phrases these days, to that sort of business model. There are folks in the authority, the Jamaica Special Economic Zone Authority, that would be happy to help you with that. So that's it for today. If you found this interesting at all, please subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already. Like, comment, share. Definitely comment for me. I'm looking forward to more feedback. Thank you very much.